from the Animancers?
Not a thing.
Gracima Casita for taking me on.
Ahoy, Captain. Truth be told, Ferrante half expects us to get our asses blown out of the water at Fort Deadlight. Fortunately for you, I have this bad habit of beating the odds. Of course, I do that by way of good old traditional chicanery. And the most important part of any hornswoggle? Solid planning. Well, that and surviving. Valian made originally. Piled them stones up a few centuries back, but gave it up when the fishmen wouldn't leave them be. Hard to defend against wilder crawling up out of your crappers. Captain Aldiz claimed it a few years back. Fucking filthy from bow to stern, and she had her lads and lasses cleaning fish shit out of the floorboards for months. A couple of them thought it might be better sailing elsewhere and left in the night. Aldi's tracked them down quick as you like, took their heads, and fixed them into little lanterns for the front gate. Called them Fort Deadlight's Deadlights. They say she ain't had a deserter since. Tad cruel for my taste, but I admit to admiring the wordplay. She's sharp as shit, that one. Tongue, mind, and ears alike. Sailed out of Deerwood or Adir one. Knows her knots, and how to crew a ship that won't turn sour. The words ring out among the Principe, more than you'd think for new blood. Part of that's her fierce support of freedom. From slavers, from the empires, from the Huana's caste system even. The rest are lenient and step out of line and Ferrante's got your old crew up for lashes. Aldis, though, she's, let's say there's a reason she attracts limp-cocked nut twists like Benwith. Can't say how much I approve of a lack of regard for our traditions, but, can't say I don't share her vexations with Ferrante and the old guard, neither. Shit, Captain. Buy a lad a drink before you go rooting through his unmentionables. Let's leave it enough for now to say I think there be a course to be charted betwixt anarchy and tyranny. Funny thing about it being a fort means it ain't a boat. Means it don't have to worry about the way the cannons are storing honking big balls. Guns they got crowning that castle put a hole in your poop deck before you've sighted land. Fort itself be floor to ceiling rum-sodden fools, so that be going for us. But Aldis keeps the crew on the walls sharp and sober. One blast of their horns and Deadlight's locked up tight as an endearing Muggernight. We'll stay that way too, till any unfamiliar ships have been shot to shit and shot again. Oh, I did say contacts, didn't I? Contact would be more accurate, in the singular. A lass by the name of Ciri. Been running the same circles for years, doldrums and fair winds. We're never family, but never on the wrong ends of arms, neither. Might have shaken the sheets a few months back. Regardless of how she feels about me, there's no love lost betwixt her and Benwith, that's for damn certain. Ugh, random? What do you take me for, Captain? Well, I can't say as you're entirely wrong. Deadlight's a tough coconut to crack, but if not cracking, what are nuts for? Smart play for crashing any party involves scavenging yourself up an invite, and then dressing to impress. No, Captain, they do not. Looking the part in this case means hoisting colours identifying us as Principe. Don't have to tell you how dangerous such a bit of fabric can be if the wrong person catches you flying it. Swapping cannonballs with my fellow Principe ain't my favourite idea you've ever had. But do what you have to do, Cap. Might be tricky to not damage the flag in battle, but sink the ship on accident. Well, Principe captains don't just give up their flags for a few coins. Neketaka's Black Market. If there be a Principe flag for sale, it'll be there. Mark it up and relocates every so often to avoid the Royal Guard. We'll just have to find wherever it currently be anchored. I'm all ears, Captain. Deadlight's a tough coconut to crack, but if not cracking, what are nuts for? Might be there's a way to sneak inside. Bet we can find a shady spot to tie up a skiff under the veil of night. Then up the walls and over, quick as you please. Sussing out a place to land without being spotted ourselves will require Helia's own eyes. Or a spyglass. You've got a spyglass, I hope? Yeah, sure, used to. Then I made the mistake of lending it to Ferrante. Apparently forgot it weren't his. Showed him the S I carved into it and he turned around and told me it stood for spyglass. There's an important lesson to be learned there. You take something to see, you hold grip on it real tight. Deadlight's a tough coconut to crack, but if not cracking, what are nuts for? Yeah, if you insist on the straightforward approach, you could always load the old with powder and balls and hope the walls of Deadlight give before you roll. Here's hoping you've practiced your breaststroke, savvy? If you breach the walls, you still got the guards to attend to. Adding to that a mess of pirates in multitudinous states of insobriety. And probably dress. I'm all ears, Captain. Oh, you be asking me for a plan. Frankly, I were curious to witness how the famed Watcher of Cad Nua would penetrate the impenetrable. But since you asked, just give me a tick. Vast, I might have pulled a plan out of this hairy blue ass after all. Way I see it, we have an option or two ranging from the wildly dangerous to the fantastically suicidal. So tell you me, Cap, what be your preferred approach to problems unapproachable? Smart play for crashing any party involves scavenging yourself up an invite, and then dressing to impress. Looking the part in this case means hoisting colours identifying us as Principe. Don't have to tell you how dangerous such a bit of fabric can be if the wrong person catches you flying it. I'm all ears, Captain. Later, sure. No hurry here to ship off back to the Gentlemen of Leisure.
Consider it done. Watch and learn. I got this. I got this.
Bella, that's not a very nice word. Who taught you that?
Uncle Seraphim?
I see. We'll just have to have a little chat, won't we? Thank you again for maintaining my story in front of Vanessa and the others. I didn't enjoy deceiving them, but it seemed simpler than the alternative.
Believe me, I take no pleasure in duplicity. After we parted, I set out to destroy the leaden key. It's controlled us for too long. I wanted to free Kith from it. So for 5 years, I've been tracking down leaden key circles, searching for the places where they operate in secret. Trying to undo them. The task has been more difficult than I anticipated. I don't think I fully understood the weight of the decisions I would have to make, or the burden of living with them. It was much easier when I only had to follow someone else's lead. My father's, Theos's, yours. I haven't. After we defeated Theos, I thought the hard part of undoing his work would be tracking down the Leaden Key's members and operations. Perhaps this would be easier with an example. I went to a village in Old Valia, a run-down backwater of a place. Aye, right home like it was. Centuries ago, the Leaden Key had intervened to end some heretical cult. The details were lost, but what had endured was a practice of ritual bloodletting. A gruesome, pointless tradition. At every full moon, the villagers would feed the soil with their blood. No one, young or old, sick or hale, was exempt. Yes, but the specifics depended on whom you asked. Some thought it would ward off Scan, or bring Berth's favor on the village, or Gon's blessing to their crops. The village priest administered the practice. Grim old fellow. Reminded me of Theos.
Wicked old bundbag, 'tis what the lad means.
He was a tyrant. I was certain that if the villagers were free of his influence, they'd be free from the bloodletting too. So I arranged for him to have an accident. The old man died, and the villagers were terrified. They were convinced his death was an ill omen. They blamed it, and every other mishap that befell them, on their lack of faith. So they began bloodletting every week, turning on their neighbors for giving too little. Instead of a handful dying each year, a few perished every week. I had to do something, didn't I? I keep wondering what I might have done differently, or how I could have known better. I suppose so. I should get some rest. It's been a long day, and you've given me a lot to think about. Ah, that. I'm looking for an old leaden key sect. I've found several references, but I want to be sure. Please, let me go over my notes again. Then I promise I'll tell you everything. Please, I need to be candid with you. I hope you know I have immense respect for all you've accomplished. But lately, I fear you're leading us down a troubling path. Theos relied on people's unquestioning trust and order, their enslavement to tradition. That's how he built the Leaden Key into an organization capable of influencing events across Aora. And that's why I set about ending it. Yet recently, I've seen you put entirely too much faith in old ways of doing things. I must admit, after receiving so much advice from you, it feels strange to be on the other end of things. The leaders of nations and powers listen to you. The gods themselves rely on you. You have a responsibility to use these opportunities to free Kith from destructive habits and antiquated customs. No more than any of us can do. Well, thank you for hearing me out. This is a great weight off my chest.
What's gnawing you?
Ship life sure is an adventure, ain't it? Just think of all the places we can sail to, all the sights we could see. This is nothing like being stuck on a farm, or cloistered in the back of a temple. Tell me what's on your mind? They're there in my head when I sleep. And sometimes I can taste them on the back of my tongue like a smear of grit. Happens when I take in a particularly volatile soul. Will we? Ought we? I just don't know. I trust you, Watcher. I swear I do. I worry sometimes about what's gonna happen to me. But, well... It's not like I can turn my back on my duty to my god, even if it kills me. My folks... You might say they're not your typical Aethasians. Sure, they cling to the light more than the darkness. But the war, it touched my family. And it changed them. Killed some. Not that I remember firsthand. The others toughened, turned survivors. That much I saw with my own eyes, even years later. Of course, though we're few and spread out. Most don't keep to temples. Soul shepherding requires travel. My aunt's the one who taught me about the cycle of life and death, how everything happens in stages. Whether forwards or backwards, from seed to rot to rebirth again, it's all just states of existence and balance, see? That's how I first learned about the slice of Gone within Aethys. After that, I read all the doctrines of Gone, anything and everything I could get my hands on. The 12 books of Nearwith, plus the epistles from the minor prophets. A lot of them aren't a part of today's canonization, but that doesn't mean they're wrong. It's tradition for the youngest born to take up the priesthood of Aethys. Well, I did it in my own way. No need to fiddlefoot around. I'm listening. You need me, I'll be
Agrasima, Casita, for taking me on.
I guess I make as good a target as any. Something I can do?
Scallywag. Toe cap.
Yeah?
Right here. Be right there.
I'll teach you a lesson. There's a walloping.
Hey there.
What do you need?
That would be enough.
Yes?
What for? What for, Captain? Aye, aye, Captain.
Yes?
Show 'em how it's done. There's a walloping.
Right here.
do you need? Hey,
Give me a real. Challenge.
Captain. Ahoy. Aye, aye. Aye. Aye.
Keep it down.
What can I do you for?
Show 'em how it's done.
Darkness flow. Blood
Take
waves.
this. That's for my friends. I'll teach you. Stand together.
Something I can do.
Close.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Had some good times. That's how it's gonna be. Yeah.
Nightcap.
I'm no help here.
Now you
Happy
be
to
right
oblige.
screwed.
Happy to oblige.
Right here.
Something I can do? What do you need?
The ring of a bell comes to you on a cold wind. The ring comes again and again, until soon the air is full with the sound of 1,000 bells ringing all at once. You are alone. And then, you are not. An indistinct figure stands before you, flickering between forms like a fire-cast shadow. A fixed, taunting grin. Bottomless black eyes. A yawning chasm in the earth. The aspects of Berith, the Usher and the Pallid Knight, shift in and out of focus. And at their back, 4 indistinct shades hover. You feel an eternity stretch out behind each of them, reaching back to places so distant and yet so near you cannot comprehend their size. The shifting image of Berith settles on the aspect of the Pallid Knight.
Watcher.
Her voice is the discordant clangor of gongs struck out of time.
I tasked you to discover Aethys's intentions. Tell me what you have learned.
The Pallid Knight knits her brows.
He does not seek to return to the Beyond? Intriguing.
Her sickly pale skin pulls tight across the bones of her face, as if the shell of this aspect does not quite fit the impossible creature it contains. The figure nearest Berith dissolves and reforms in the image of a thin-lipped, ancient crone whose face has felt the melting kiss of fire. The goddess Wodika strides forward.
Does Aethys frighten you, Berith? He should. Magran subdued Aethys's influence once before, and yet he returned.
From out of Wodika's shadow shuffles a hunched, bald man you recognize as the god Scan. His skin is mapped with swollen lash scars, and breath whistles through the ragged hole in his face where his nose once was. He does not speak, but stares up at Wodika, with naked loathing plain on his ruined face. Wodika steeples her long, knob-jointed fingers.
We must annihilate Aethys now, before he makes a rash decision we cannot easily annul.
She casts a sly look at the Pallid Knight from the corners of her eyes.
A moon would do the job nicely.
Wodika throws her head back and laughs. The sound is a dry, rasping bark.
Andra could do with a new act. Her current one has grown rather stale.
They see to their own affairs. You will speak to them in time, should you have the need.
The figure beside the aspect of Berith flows forward in a swirling cloud of ash. The ash falls to the tiles and reveals a molten-skinned woman, leaning on a monstrous, wicked-edged broadsword. Magran's glowing lips curl in disdain.
We must find a solution to the problem of Aethys that is neither do nothing, nor destroy the world. I acted in haste during the Saints' War. You will not goad me into doing the same now. To move against him while his plans are unknown would be the height of foolishness. We must find wisdom in precaution.
The Pallid Knight tilts her head to the side and gives you the long-suffering, narrow-eyed look of a parent dealing with a particularly disappointing child.
No.
Another of the silent figures steps forward, and the warm, golden light of a summer's afternoon spills across your face.
Let's all take a deep, calming breath. Perhaps cooler heads will prevail.
Behind Helia's words, you hear the soft coo of doves.
Aethys has been separated from us for too long. Isn't it possible he intends only to gather enough souls to reclaim his realm in the beyond? He should be welcomed.
You look up then into avian eyes. Through them, you see clouds of starlings converge and divide. Helia puts a feathered hand to her chest.
He wouldn't. Betrayal is not in his nature.
Scan shuffles forward.
Yes, yes. We should welcome Aethys's return to the fold. His gratitude we can leverage to cajole him into divulging his plot. Then, when he believes himself to be in our good graces, we do as Wetica suggests, and crush him into the earth.
Scan licks the ragged edge of his lipless mouth and grins, then turns to Helia.
I did not expect such a deliciously ruthless idea from you, Helia. I am impressed.
Helia's feathered crest stands on end.
You wretched little creature.
Your point is well made, little watcher. If self-evident, Aethys has not been known to possess a vindictive nature. Indeed, he has occasionally been magnanimous to a fault. However, if we push him to the brink of reason, there is no telling what he may do. He is, as ever, unpredictable.
Something akin to fondness creeps into her voice. The Pallid Knight gestures for silence.
Aethys cannot be killed, but he may be subdued. Yet to do so will take immense power and time. Both stand in his favor.
Magran grits her black glass teeth.
That is why we must ascertain his plans before he has the chance to put them into motion.
She begins to pace. Her steps leave little trails of fire in her wake. Magran stops and balls her hands into flaming fists.
Even if we manage to destroy his current form, there is the possibility he could return, if he has not already absorbed all of his children.
The Pallid Knight casts a cold, cutting glare in Magran's direction.
Magran speaks too freely. That knowledge is beyond your ken, Watcher.
Wetica waves the gods to silence.
Aethys gathers strength. His strength is a threat to us.
Her voice takes on a sharp, almost panicked edge.
There is no sensible answer to the question of a resurgent Aethys, other than decisive, final action.
Your opinion is unasked for, but noted.
The Pallid Knight says.
We will act when it is appropriate to do so, and not before.
The Pallid Knight steps away from the half-circle of assembled gods. She pulls herself up to a great height. The words she speaks next come not from her mouth, but from all around you.
Follow him, Watcher.
The black of the Pallid Knight's irises expand until her eyes are as dark and cold as the void between stars. She bends down and brings her ghostly face level with your own.
Your debt to me remains unpaid.
She stares at you, unblinking. Like a needle drawn to a magnet, you are pulled toward her one compulsory step at a time. You blink open your eyes and find yourself on the floor of your ship's cabin, alone.
Do you need something? As a matter of fact, I did. I saw my mother for the first time in years. She was well. She'd been living with her Thane for quite some time. I don't think she'd been to see my father since I left. I used to blame her for her long absences, for not intervening directly with my father. He was an exacting man with a violent temper, one that often found its outlet in me. It was decades ago now. I'm just pleased I could come to a better understanding with my mother. I realized that she was torn between two demanding roles, and two demanding men. I used to resent her for failing to protect me. But I understand now that her absence is what allowed me to grow. Intentionally or not, she gave me the space I needed to learn a degree of independence. Thank you. It felt good to resolve that much. It's one thing to forgive my mother for her absence. Quite another to excuse him. It was. I'd heard Deadfire had a pirate problem, but I had no idea how large it was. Or how fashionable. Still, the only thing more dangerous than a unified pirate nation is one at war with itself. I worry about who will be caught in their crossfire. Well, they seem largely competent. I would feel better about that were they not run by profiteers and animancers. Governor Clario seemed honest and well-intentioned. So one wonders why he was stationed at such an out-of-the-way post. It's been a while since I've been able to speak candidly with anyone, especially about the Leaden Key. It's unexpectedly liberating.
What's gnawing you?
Oh, this isn't how I usually work.
I'm all ears. Tell me what's on your mind. They're there in my head when I sleep. And sometimes I can taste them on the back of my tongue like a smear of grit. Happens when I take in a particularly volatile soul. I'm glad we talked.
Consider it done. This won't do.
Agrasima, Casita, for taking me on.
But the candles keep burning.
What can I do? Certainly.
Indeed.
What can I do you? I hear you.
Yes? Of course.
You hear that? Whispers in the darkness. Whispers from the grave.
There'll be a whole lot of hostile down here, Cap. Be keeping a weather eye open.
If you've seen what you need to see, Watcher, I'd like to fulfill my duty and reap this soul. Will you allow it? I have a calling, Watcher. You can't keep me from...
Stand together!
Hmm?
Damn it, blast. What for, Cap?
Yeah!
Yeah? Mo, exceed honor.
Something I can do?
Try this.
Happy to oblige.
Stand together!
First too tight.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What can I do you for?
Hmm?
Happily.
Of course.
Look there.
Yeah?
Hmm? I'm here, at once.
Give me a real challenge.
Yes, I'd be glad to. I'm here. Yes? Of course. Yes? Could be true. Yeah.
Show them how it's done.
On target. I can hold out. Yes?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. I'm here. Indeed. Yes?
Happy to oblige.
I'm here. That hit true.
Hey there.
Yeah.
I got this.
I'm here.
Yeah?
What can I do?
What do you need?
Sure.
What can I do?
Aye.
Something I can do?
I'm here, happily.
Hey,
Yes? I'd be glad to. Indeed.
We got trouble, folks.
I'll teach you a lesson.
That's
that
my
down,
friend.
man.
Me too.
It's no use.
Yeah?
Hey.
That must hurt.
Oh, this isn't how I usually work.
That's not what I was expecting.
Yeah? Yeah?
I'll make it.
Mo, fix it. Oh, no.
Been cleaving it to the brisket.
Here.
Stand together.
Oh, that were a beaut.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Yeah?
What can I do?
Yeah? What can I do you for? I'll light the darkness. We're dropping like flies. What can I do you for? Sure thing. What can I... Sure thing.
How about that? Yes?
Happy to oblige.
Yeah? Be right there.
I'm here. I'm here, happily. Hmm? Yes? At once. Yes, certainly.
I got this. I got this. Would you look at that?
I'm not at my best.
Yeah?
Yes? Absolutely. What can I do? I'm here. Yes? Of course. Interesting. I'm here. What can I do? Certainly. I'm here. Happily. I'm here.
We got...
Yeah?
How about that?
I'll be more than half handy,
Stand together! This thing isn't doing the job.
Aye, Captain.
What can I do?
Embarrassing.
What can I do you for? Happy to oblige.
What for, Cap?
Stand
Consider
together!
it right. Fuck.
What can I do? I'm here.
I'll be more than half handy.
Happy to oblige.
This thing isn't doing the job.
What can I do you for?
Of course.
Uh-huh. What can I do you for?
Leave it to me.
Indeed. I'd be glad to.
Right here. Hey. Hey.
Happily. What can I do? Absolutely.
and the will of the Steel Garrote, you will meet justice. Kneel, Oswald, and be tried for your crimes.
Wait! I can pay you. I can make you all rich. Just let me go.
Your bribes fall on deaf ears,
All right.
Oathbreaker.
We're
We
gonna
seek
go in there
only
and
to
pretend be
exact
judges
Wotika's
and say
justice.
this is an illegal trial, and now they're on trial.
You intrude on the deliberations of the Court of Wotika, outsider. Choose your next actions carefully, lest the queen that was turn her gaze to you as well.
Oh, thank the gods, please. Get me out of here. They're mad. They're all mad. They mean to put me on trial for oath-breaking of all things. They say I betrayed the Idiran Empire, but I haven't been back there in over 100 years.
Be silent, or I will make you so. State your purpose now, or die with him. Explain. Ah, the Watcher of Cadnua graces our presence. Your deeds are well known to this court. Those that attempt to lie to me find I am not easily fooled. Tell me, Watcher, how many of these souls do you claim were innocent? Even should you speak truthfully, you must see the wisdom of these proceedings. Imagine the greater good achieved by dispensing the reckoning this filth deserves. Would you prefer these monsters walk free at the expense of the truly innocent? Oathbreakers are the bane of the McQuinn, my queen. A benign enough crime on the surface, but an oath broken plants the seed of far greater atrocities. Families are torn asunder with a broken vow. Cities fall to ruin upon promises abandoned. What war has not been birthed in treachery? Take this one. He forsook oaths to emperor and country both to fight amongst rebels in the War of Defiance. How many lives might have been spared without treason such as his? No, Watcher. Without one's word, one is nothing. Less than nothing. Would you give your life to defend one such as he?
A pile and a half of gold shit, Cap. An oath be only so binding as the worth of the person you swore it to.
You have no authority in the court of Wotika. Only the queen that was holds sway here. I pray your soul learns from your mistakes on its next turn about the wheel.
This thing isn't doing the job.
What can I do you
Show 'em how it's done.
Hard to
Happy to...
Better than that.
Where than rock?
So that's how
All thick, where than rock?
Cold swallow.
Can't make a dent.
Seer must me tomb.
Yeah?
What for, Captain? Be blowing a man down.
How do you like that?
I'll teach you a lesson.
Right here.
I cocked that up, didn't I?
Right here.
Of course.
Hmm? Yeah?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
What can I do? Indeed.
Yeah.
I owe you a debt too large to repay, stranger. How did you ever find me all the way out here? Did Inalis send you? Whether by providence or chance, I thank the gods you found me when you did. Those steel-garrote zealots have been after me for decades. Good riddance. Wait! Don't just leave me here. How am I supposed to get off this cursed island without a boat? Maybe I could join your crew? Thank you, my friend. I owe you a debt twice over.
Give me a real challenge. Sure.
Hmm? I'm here at once. I'm here. I'd be glad to.
Looks like trouble.
Yeah!
Yeah?
Show him how it's done!
What for, Cap? Be blowing a man down.
Glory be to God! All things must come to an end.
Hey.
Even me.
What for, Cap? What for, Cap?
This won't do.
Aye, aye. Ahoy.
I'll teach you!
Yeah?
Yeah?
Certainly.
Right.
Ahoy. Now you be right, Scry. Fare thee well, cog swabber.
Hey. Yeah?
It's no use.
I seem to have lost my way. Happy to oblige.
Simple, don't see why not.
I don't think I can pull that off.
What can I do? At once. Of course. I suppose it can't be helped. I'm here. I'm here. Indeed.
If that's a baby Zorup, his mama must be half as tall as this whole building.
Not a bad bit of tackle, Captain.
Consider it done. Give me a real challenge.
You're far from home, farmer. How did you make it all this way in your little boat?
Why do we gotta be farmers just 'cause we're from Deerwood?
Are you a farmer?
Yeah, but you can't just assume. We got rabble-rousers, too.
I'm the harbor master, Kao. I must ask your reason for docking in Nekataka. Yeah, you do need to see someone, truly. I think it's the animancers in the spire you're looking for. To help with your head.
Show them. Show them what you are.
We don't have to tolerate these idle threats. If you value your life, get back on your ship and head for open sea.
I will help you.
What's the matter with you? What are you doing? If you're trying to scare us with some cipher mischief, save the purple flames for the tribes of the Outer Islands.
Now.
What? What is this?
Run for it!
So much for discretion.
What do you need? Something I can do?